Hello and welcome back to Whispers of a Machine. We are at the apartments. I think it's called Mimir Road. Yes. That is where we had the lead for Carl with his boot prints and the saffron. And now we probably have to figure out which apartment was actually his. So first let's talk to the janitor again. Maybe he can help us.
Yeah?
I'm Special Agent England, here to investigate the recent murders. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm Sven, the caretaker of this apartment block here. What can I help you with?
Let's turn on our analyzer.
Do you know anything about the recent murder of a man named Carl?
Nope. As far as I know, no Carl lives here.
What about frequent visitors?
Maybe. Haven't heard the name Carl, but then again, I don't socialize with the tenants. It might recognize the man if I saw him.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the murder at the museum?
Nothing but common knowledge. I haven't been in that part of town for a while. A shame what happened to Maya, though. She always seemed like a harmless lady to me. Can't imagine who'd want to kill her.
I don't need to ask him about that.
Okay.
Do you know a certain Carl Oscarson?
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
What about Maya?
What can you tell me about Maya Strand?
We were acquaintances. I'd been helping her with repairs in the museum every now and then.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw her?
A few weeks ago. I was supposed to fix a showcase for her. Odd thing, though.
Yeah?
I saw her enter the museum from afar, but when I followed her inside, I couldn't find her.
Uh-huh.
So I left the building, and then she came out the same way I did, acting all surprised, saying she'd been in there the whole time.
What?
Strange.
That is very strange. Okay.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
Seems to take his job seriously. A bit on the strict side, maybe. But hey, a cop's gotta be tough. Now, I myself never had a run-in with the law, so that's pure speculation on my part.
Okay.
I'm looking for a young woman from around here. She's connected to Carl, the man who was murdered today.
I have no idea who Carl was, so I'm not sure what you want from me.
Well, are there any young women in this building?
I'm looking at one.
Ha ha. A tenant, obviously.
Good joke.
Probably living alone.
I've
we have a
seen
little
maybe 3
jokester
or
here.
4 young women in this building lately, but I work in 16 buildings. Kinda hard to keep track.
Fair
16, okay.
Do you know which apartments they live in?
Not a clue. I usually just see them pass me by when I'm working, and they practically treat me as part of the furniture, so...
Okay.
What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
He's all right. A diplomat, I've heard. It believes in dialogue.
Do you know anything about Councilwoman Ruth?
She doesn't mince her words, that one. Some people take an issue with that, but I think it's refreshing. I heard she used to be a Central Bureau agent. Apparently she got her position here as some kind of retirement package.
I see.
Do you know Dr. Pearson?
Yeah, everybody knows Doc Pearson. Kind of bookish, but I like his sense of humor. Dark and twisted, my cup of tea.
Okay.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
I wonder if he can tell me something about the
Hey, do you recognize this young couple?
picture.
Oh, right, that fella.
Okay.
You know him.
Yeah, I remember him. Most people just ignore me, but he always says hi.
Ah.
Nice guy.
How often would you say he was here?
At least on a weekly basis, but I work in many other buildings too, so it's hard to say.
I see.
Got it. What can you tell me about him?
Just this one thing. He came up to me and asked about the electricity in apartment 113. He wondered if it was possible to get more power.
More power.
Odd. Did he say what for?
No. I told him to take it up with the residential office. There are strict quotas. He said he would bring it up with the tenant, a friend of his.
Okay. Do you know anything about the tenant?
Nope. Discreet, whoever it is. No idea who lives there.
Understood. Where can I find apartment 113 exactly?
It's on this floor, just around the corner.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, you're basically
problem.
standing next to it. Okay, but that was good. Yes, so we now know that it is the tenant here. Okay. Let's scan this area. So that is all clean, we heard that. Maya's bio, unlikely, but might as well check. Can we get his DNA? Maybe? No. Okay. Thought maybe we find the DNA here, but...
Nothing. Guess no one's home. Locked.
Locked door, yeah.
Some kind of code lock. Looks disconnected.
Disconnected, okay. Clay.
I don't see how those things work together. I don't think that's the right place.
Okay, so I guess for now we don't really have anything to
Some
do
kind
here.
of code lock. Looks disconnected. Nope, no fit.
Yeah, I mean, would have surprised me, but... Oh, can I just kick it in? I'm not sure if that is a good idea. Do
The
it?
door looks reinforced. My strength won't be enough to break it.
Okay. Kinda glad. Maybe I can, like, pick the lock
That
with the
action
scalpel?
doesn't seem productive to me.
What do you know? Don't sass me. Yeah, well, maybe we have to come back here. Do you have anything else?
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out.
Maybe you can tell me something about the note, too?
What do you think of this?
Looks intentionally vague, like they didn't want the wrong person to accidentally read it.
Yeah, that's my guess too. Any idea of what it means?
Not really, sorry.
Okay.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina.
Anything about here?
What do you make of this?
Looks like a reminder of some kind, but I can't make sense of it.
Fine. Okay. Think I will return later. But we at least now know that the mystery woman was actually...
I don't think I need to go further north right now.
the tenant here. Okay. Let's go back. Now, has the second body arrived? Ah, okay. So let's talk to a person.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Can you tell me now more about Carl's
What are your
murder?
conclusions about Carl's murder?
Just like the previous case, the cause of death is blood loss due to sharp force trauma to the upper body. The murder weapon looks similar to the one used on the previous victim. The victim has a bruised chest, likely from the impact of a hard fall to the floor. And this makes me believe that Carl was attacked from the front and fell to the ground, twisting as he fell. The killer then continued this brutal onslaught from behind to finish the job. Contrary to the previous case, I couldn't find any defense wounds on the victim. The killer would have to be both strong and fast to overpower Carl like that before he could react and call for help. It's certainly not impossible, but I think it's unlikely that a woman could pull that off without considerable training. This leads me to believe that the person we are looking for is likely an adult male in good physical shape. The time of death was sometime late
Or
last
someone with
night, around
enhanced
10 to
strength
12 hours
abilities.
ago.
All right, now that you've seen both bodies, do you have a theory?
I think it's very likely that a single perpetrator is responsible for both killings. The MO is the same, and the murder weapons share close similarities. Both murders were premeditated. The killer came well prepared with the clear goal of killing each victim. The lack of struggle during the second attack could be an indication that the murderer learned from their mistakes during the first assault.
Okay, thanks for your input.
Think nothing of it. Happy to help.
Also should have put on the analyzer.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some
I think we heard that before.
Not right now. It's not the right time for that. I already examined the body at the crime scene.
Oh,
Nothing new comes to mind. Not right now. Not at the moment.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't recover any biological
Oh.
traces of the murderer.
That was new.
There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails.
Oh, he did
This
say
makes me suspect that
before.
the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay. Anything about the
Are you
conduit?
familiar with the Conduit?
Little terrorist organization. What of it?
Well, have you ever heard about it still being around?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places. The lure of artificial intelligence will never be fully diminished.
Right. But you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently, I don't.
Okay.
Thanks. So there's this locked door that I'm trying to get through.
Unless this door needs medical attention, I'd suggest asking someone else.
It's a good point.
I'm trying to find out who lives in an apartment.
Oh, I can look that up in the register,
Any
right?
ideas?
Not sure, but there should be address records somewhere. I would suggest that you check with the commissary.
Yeah. We heard about that. So let's do
That's enough
that.
questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Maybe he can tell me something about the note from the book, though.
What do you make of this?
New Katerina implies there's an old Katerina. Perhaps this person assumed a different identity at some point.
Yeah, maybe. Are you familiar with the Conduit?
Little terrorist organization.
Well, have you ever...
I'm sure the...
Oh, okay.
But you're...
If you're asking me, would I... But current...
Okay.
Nothing new there. Okay. Let's go to the records book and find out the name of that person who lives in Mimir Road. Oh. Gabriel is now here. We'll talk to him in a second. Let's check out the records first.
Katerina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR.
Oh, Katerina.
Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR. Which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
So what if the Katerina is an AI?
I copied the information onto a loose page from my notebook. I don't think I need to look him up.
Yeah, just want to check.
I don't need to look that up.
Okay. That's good to know.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
I believe so, yes. It's some old terrorist network connected to illegal technology, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wait, don't tell me these murders are terrorist-related.
I can't say for sure, but if there's anything you can tell me, anything you've heard or seen.
I'll let you know.
That is an interesting reaction.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
There is, but he's out of town until tomorrow. Can it wait?
Not really. I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Do you know who Katerina Berg is?
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Oh, come on.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Oh, he's a fine man. Sure, a bit eccentric, but a really good physician. Treated my knee way back. Good as new.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
So...
Commissary?
Yes.
Can he
What do
tell
you
me
make of
something about
this?
the note?
No idea. Something to do with a password?
Looks that way, yeah.
Hmm.
No, this note is just a reminder to myself. I don't need to.
Okay. I forgot the analyzer again. Need to remind myself of that.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there, can I be of assistance?
Maybe.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
I was first at the scene. Poor woman. Looked like she had regained consciousness
such a
after some
sad
time
face.
and tried to crawl to the door.
Sounds horrific. I don't envy her. What do you know about the conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah, terrorist classified.
Right. Are they tied to the case?
Sort of, but I'm still trying to figure out the details.
Understood. I'll let you know if I come across anything related to them.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
We have a guy for that sort of thing, but I think he's out of town.
Alright, that's too bad.
Anything about Katarina Burke?
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I have opinions about how he does things, but I keep those to myself. I respect the chain of command.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
The commissary is the only one at the station who has any regular contact with her. But my impression of her is good. She seems like a straight-up woman. Speaks her mind.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really. I knew of her, sure. Most people in Nordson do, because of her importance to the museum. I hardly ever even saw her around, though. From what I hear, she was a bit of a recluse.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
Do you mean professionally or personally?
Is there a difference?
Both.
I think he's a great doctor and coroner.
But...
Between you and me, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. All that fancy talk and those morbid jokes. It's almost like the recent deaths have cheered him up. But as I said, he does his job well.
I understand. Thanks. Alright, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
So what is his guess about the note?
What do you make of this?
Some kind of reminder for a password?
Yeah, that's my theory too.
Okay. So... go inside here again.
I hope you can help the doctor finish up with the dead bodies soon. I think it's healthier for him to treat living people.
Does he know anything about Katarina Burke, now that we have a name?
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
There.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
I don't recognize that name. Nope.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
It was worth a shot. Don't think we can do anything at the school, but might as well check.
I don't have any business in the school.
Can we go to the east right now? Oh, we can. I haven't been here before, so... let's look around. Let's talk to this young man.
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me?
Humor me. I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Respect. Cleaning my gun. Growing old and weak. Order. Sorting my notes. Chaos. Trust. Eavesdropping. Loneliness. I'll take the last one.
Trust, eavesdropping, loneliness.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
Can you tell me anything about this?
I don't want to share that with him.
Okay,
An anatomically correct gentleman.
good to know.
Nice, soothing sounds.
I never really liked the sounds of these. Like, they were never soothing to
Nice
me.
spot there next to the wind chimes, but I don't feel like sitting down.
Okay. Robot shop, town square, and there's an entrance.
Looks like an apartment building. I don't have any reason to go up there.
Makes sense. Look at
Howdy,
him.
Pilgrim, and welcome to Valter's Bot Emporium. Novelty bionics, pet androids, robotic companions, we've got them all.
Hi there. I'm Special Agent Vera England.
Ooh, here to solve the murders, right? What? Did
Oh,
Pop
wow.
spill some oil when he lubed my joints this morning? I told you to keep my chassis clean in case of chicks.
For crying out loud, Nissa, just let the police lady ask her questions.
Oh, great. A ventriloquist act.
Oh no, she's on to us. Fine, you caught me. The man with the blue hat is just a puppet that I'm cunningly controlling with a set of strings.
Hilarious.
That's a gosh darn lie. I'm fully steam-powered.
Got the silliness now. This is inappropriate behavior, citizen. I have some questions about the recent murders. You know, I'd arrest you for constructing illegal AI, but there clearly isn't any intelligence involved here. Oh, snap.
You know, I'd arrest you for
Oh.
constructing illegal AI, but there clearly isn't any intelligence involved here.
Ha! That's...
See, if you were any smarter, you'd have a great comeback there.
Okay, Valter. It's time for you to do less talking and more listening.
Sure thing, officer. Just keep in mind that all of these are just harmless automatons. There's no real CPUs or nothing around here.
I'm not here to report illicit technology. I'm just interested in the killings.
All right, then shoot. Ask away.
Okay, so first tell me a little bit about yourself.
So, what can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, well, what you see is what you get.
A crazy old fart with chronic coffee breath.
Oh, quiet, you little rascal. What I am is a tinkerer, a craftsman, a father of machines. I cherish building them. I adore putting them on display, and I especially love talking to them.
Does he hear
I've
a
noticed.
whisper
So how
of a
long have you been
machine?
building robots?
Oh, ever since I was a boy. I grew up over at the junkyard. The place was cramped with old discarded robots. I didn't have many friends, you see. So, I decided to befriend these machines instead.
Okay.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Yep, I work with her from time to time. Some of my handiwork can be seen in her exhibitions.
Ah, they got some robots in there.
Yeah, I assembled them from parts I found in the junkyard. Or the bot cemetery, as I like to call it. Sometimes I feel more like an archaeologist than a mechanic.
Got it. So, do you have any idea who killed Maya?
Ooh, I got a theory.
No, Nissa, it wasn't the big war robot in the main exhibition.
Why not? That thing is huge. It could easily rip people to pieces, or buildings for that matter.
I know because I built it, Nissa. It's totally harmless.
I don't buy it, Pops. It's got red eyes. That's a telltale sign of a bot turned evil.
What I wanted to say was that Maya could be a little odd, but I have no reason to believe anyone would want to kill her.
Pops calling others odd. Now that's a joke that requires no punchline.
Valter, try to focus on the subject
Yeah.
matter, please.
Please. Okay.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Yeah, friendly guy. Came here buying spare parts every now and then.
Spare parts? Like what?
All sorts. Filters, tubes, nuts and bolts, various electrical gizmos.
Any idea of what the parts were for?
Couldn't say, but I'm pretty sure whatever it was, it had fluid in it. Maybe a water filtering system, a pump, something like that.
All those parts laying around, but do I ever get a working left arm, Pops? No, you'd rather let some carpenter assemble a goddamn aquarium.
I could replace Mr. Limpy with a water gun if you prefer.
Man, soon you'll even let the kids paint a clown face on me again.
With a water gun for an arm, at least you could spray yourself clean afterwards.
Jeez, focus, man. It's a serious matter.
What's your opinion on Gabriel, the policeman?
He's an asshole. That's what.
Nissa thinks that guy is robophobic. Don't ask.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Katarina Berg. Katarina Berg. Nope, not ringing any bells.
What's your opinion on Anderson, the police commissary?
Seems like a reasonable man to me. But then again, I tend not to be involved in, you know, crime.
Yeah, right.
Hush, boy.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
A politician? Me and those kinds of people run in quite different circles, to say the least.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Quirky guy, but he means well. Sometimes he asks me to come over and help with the kids.
Oh yeah? Help how?
Usually by playing doctor and patient with Nissa. It helps calm down the little ones.
Interesting.
That's clever. What do you think of the conduit?
Lunatics, plain and simple.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given what you do for a living.
Sure, I may seem like the kind of guy who would meddle with AI, but you have to remember that these are just puppets and dolls.
It's true. I'm not really a robot. We just pretend I am.
That's right, my lad. My family was almost wiped out in the collapse. I wouldn't betray their memory by supporting those nutjobs.
Okay.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
What do you make of this?
No idea. But isn't that Maya Strand's handwriting?
It is, yeah.
Oh, that lady sure liked puzzles. If I were you, I'd look for some hidden meaning in it.
I mean, I assumed that much. What about this?
What do you make of this?
No clue. But I gotta use doofus more often. Such a funny word.
Well, it is. It is. Let's do a quick scan here. Okay. Wouldn't be completely surprising if Maya's fire would be here. That's unlikely. What about the blade shape? One of those tools? No. Okay. Let's look around a little bit.
What does that tube-looking robot do?
That's no robot. It's just my teapot.
Not everything with lights on is a robot, you know. Gee, some people.
Is the big guy in the back your mascot or something?
You mean Ufa? Nah, he's more of a concierge. He's sophisticated like that.
Oh, is he now? Oh, Ufa, the concierge.
What's up with the head?
What do you mean? You think it's too big?
The robot head on the table, that is.
Oh, yeah, it keeps coming off. I'll fix it eventually.
Guess that belongs with the head up front. What does the pointy little bot in the back do?
Oh, a bot of many talents. Paperweight, table lamp, pestle, or perhaps a fashionable baton? The only limit is your imagination.
What did people use the crab for?
Once upon a time, this was the most popular kitchen model. This fella could take care of any food-related task.
Okay.
Except the handling of shellfish, obviously. Even robots have moral standards.
That's very shellfish of him.
What does this little guy do?
Clean, like a mean machine.
He doesn't look very mean.
Looks can be deceiving. He's nothing but vicious towards stains, dust, and all of their ilk.
Cute little robot.
Okay. Guess that's it. Oh, the concierge even waved at me.
He's busy composing his verse.
Okay. Let's return to the town square, and this is where we leave it off for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, maybe sharing it with other people who might be interested as well. I will be back with more Whispers of a Machine tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.